Good morning students, welcome back to online classes. Today we shall discuss on lesson 13 why do we fall ill. Already we have discussed health. Already we have discussed definition of health and what are the factors that affect health. Today we shall discuss disease. Okay, what is a disease and what are the factors that cause diseases, what are the different things that leads to disease. Okay, so first let us see what is a disease. What is a disease? It is an abnormal condition. It is an abnormal condition that arises in a body due to that affects negatively. What affects? It affects the structure and function. It can affect one organ, it can affect more than one organ. Okay, so what do you write? Disease is an abnormal condition that negatively affects structure and function of a part or all parts of an organism. Okay, so what is a disease? Disease is an abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure and function of a part or all parts of an organism. So, as cell form tissue, tissue form organ and organ form organ system. So, if there is some malfunctioning, if there is some problem in one cell, then it is going to affect the tissue, then organ and organ system. So, if the structure and the function, there is some abnormal condition or there is some change in the structure and function of the cell, tissue or organ, then you call it a disease. Okay, when it does not function normally. Now, disease, when some disease you have, then two things you can see. You may see the symptoms, sign. These two are different things, not same. What are the symptoms? Symptoms are the things that we feel something is wrong. Symptoms of a disease tells us that something is wrong in our body. For example, if you have headache, then you can understand yes, some problem is there. Maybe you are having eye problem, you may have some stress or due to pressure. So there are different reasons because of which there is a headache. So in that condition you will come to know yes, something is wrong in our body. Whereas sign is what? Sign are the things which a physician looks into. A physician, when you go to a physician, he will look into the signs. Okay, that is different from the symptoms. These signs are based on the symptoms. On the basis of the symptoms, physician will look into the signs. Symptoms, on the other hand, what they do? Symptoms, they do not give any indication of a particular disease. Whereas sign, which are seen by the physician, they give indication of a particular disease. So by studying the sign, physician will come to know yes, you are suffering from this disease. Okay. So now we will write the difference between the sign and the symptoms. Symptoms are what? Symptoms of a disease tells us that something is wrong. Something is wrong where? In our body. Where signs, what they tell? Signs are the things A physician looks for on the basis of symptoms. Okay. Second point, it does not give accurate indication of a particular disease. Okay, whereas here it gives much indication of a particular disease. Okay, so these are the 2 points of difference between symptoms and signs. Okay, now next we will discuss about the 3 levels of causes of diseases and factors which affects the diseases. These 2 things we will discuss next. Next, factors that causes diseases. Factors that causes disease. Under this you have 2. One is extrinsic. Extrinsic means which is present outside. External. Extrinsic or this is R. Okay, this don't confuse, this is R. Extrinsic or external factors. Okay, extrinsic or external factors which are present outside the body of the organism. Under this you have 4 external factors. Number 1, you have pathogens. What are pathogens? Microorganisms. Pathogens of the disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. So microorganisms, different kinds of microorganisms like virus, bacteria, then fungi, then yeast. It comes under fungi. Virus, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, okay, etc. Okay, these are the microorganisms which causes different types of disease. Second, pathogens. Other than pathogens, what you have which is present outside the body? Pollutants, environmental pollutants like oxides of sulfur and nitrogen, carbon monoxide is CO, okay, and pesticides and insecticides. These all causes different kinds of diseases. These oxides which are present in the air, that causes some lung problem, okay, allergy, lung problem, okay, different types of diseases they cause. Now next, other than pollutants, what it is? Malnutrition. Malnutrition means when you don't take sufficient amount of food, proper amount of food when you are not taking, that is malnutrition. Malnutrition. It leads to deficiency diseases, For example, scurvy, rickets, scurvy, anemia, you can write.
Very.
Yes. Any two diseases you write at the end. Scurvy, this is R, anemia. Okay. Other than this, tobacco, alcohol and narcotic drugs. Consumption of that also causes different types of diseases. Okay. So that is tobacco, then alcohol and narcotic drugs. For example, alcohol, what they cause? Liver cirrhosis. Liver cirrhosis is caused due to alcohol consumption of too much of alcohol. Okay. So these are the 4 factors, which external factors: pathogens, pollutants, malnutrition, and tobacco, alcohol, and narcotic drugs. These factors causes different types of disease. Now let us discuss the intrinsic factors. Intrinsic factors means which are present inside the body. Okay. Now let us discuss that. Intrinsic factors or internal factors. Number 2. Intrinsic or internal factors. Okay. Under this, what you have? Inside the body, if there is malfunctioning of any organ inside the body, if any organ does not function properly, that can cause some disease like kidney failure, heart attack. Okay. If brain stroke is there, so this is the malfunctioning of organs. Okay. So first is what? Malfunctioning malfunctioning of organs. For example, kidney failure, heart attack. Yes. Then malfunctioning of immune system. Malfunctioning of immune system. If your immune system is weak, then also you suffer from many diseases like allergy you get. Okay. For example, allergy that you get when your immune system is weak. Other than this, inside the blood what you have? Hormones. So if there is some imbalance in the hormones, that also lead to some diseases. So third is hormonal imbalance. So if the hormone is less, then also it will lead to some disease. If it is more, then also it will lead to some disease. Like gigantism. When hormone is more, growth hormone, and it can also cause cretinism. Gigantism, when the growth hormone is produced more, then the person becomes very tall and his structure is taller than the normal people. Okay, he becomes very tall. So that is gigantism. And another one, if the growth hormone is produced less in the blood, then the person will be short in height. That is called cretinism. Okay. Other than this, hormonal imbalance due to the less amount of insulin hormone also, you suffer from diabetes. That is also one. Okay, diabetes also you can write here. Many more diseases are there. Then, genetic imbalance. if in the gene also there is some disturbance in the gene, then also it can cause disease. That is genetic imbalance, or you can say genetic disorder. Due to the genetic imbalance, some diseases are caused. That is sickle cell anemia, hemophilia, Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome. So many other. At least one or two you remember. That is enough. Sickle cell anemia, and hemophilia. Here is sickle cell anemia. What happens? The red blood cells becomes like a sickle shape, like this. Instead of becoming, they take this shape, and they are unable to carry sufficient amount of oxygen. Like a sickle, the red blood cells becomes, instead of becoming oval shape. Okay, so less amount of oxygen it will carry. In hemophilia, it is a rare disease in which the person, if they get some injury, it will not clot. Blood clotting is not there. Okay, so continuous, if the person is suffering from hemophilia and it gets a cut, then it will be continuous bleeding will be there and the person may die. Okay, so these are the intrinsic factors which causes different types of diseases. Now let us discuss 3 levels of diseases that is given in your book. 3 levels of diseases. Levels of diseases. Okay. First level or immediate factors. First level includes the immediate factors. What are they? Which directly they cause diseases. Whenever a person is in contact with that, directly it is going to cause disease. That is, here you have pathogens. Okay. Under first level you have the immediate, or you can say first level or immediate causes. Immediate cause of a disease. It means under this you have the pathogens. Pathogens, why they call the immediate cause of first level? Because when a person is in contact with the pathogens directly, immediately will get the infection. Okay. Then you have the second level. Second level or contributory. Or immediate factors also you can write, no problem. Contributory factors. Okay. Contributory factors, what does it mean? Which are helping the first level to cause infection. Okay. When this contributory factor is present, it will help the pathogens to infect the organism immediately. It will help the first level factors to cause the infection easily. Okay, here what you have? You have poor nourishment, and second you have genetic factors. Okay, if the person is having a gene due to which the person is not healthy, if two parents are healthy, then they will give rise to healthy child. But if the parents are not healthy, they will give rise, because they are carrying the same gene, then the baby which is formed, that will also have the gene, because of which they will catch the infection very fast. The immunity power will be less. So, gene also plays very important role. That is the contributory factors. These two factors help the pathogen to infect very easily. Okay. Now then you have the third level. Third level, that is also contributory. This helps to increase. This what it does? Increases infection. helps first level factor to cause infection. Clear? This one, first level factor, it causes the infection as the person is in contact with that. Second level contribute to what they do? They help the first level factor to cause the infection easily. Okay. Helps first level factor to cause the infection. Here, third level factor, what they do? They increase the infection. They have got the infection, now they are going to increase the infection. Here under this, what you have? Poverty. And second, you have poor health services. Poor public health services. Okay, poverty. Here, when the person is poor, he will not be able to provide a balanced diet to his family members. Clear? When a person is not consuming balanced diet, then his body will be weak and it can catch infection very easily. So this helps, this increases the infection. If the person has got the infection, not getting good food, then what will happen? The infection will increase, isn't it? But if you get some infection, but if you are taking good food, then what will happen? You will recover very fast. Okay. So due to poverty, what happens? It is going to increase the infection. And second, poor public health services. If it is related to health services, what is related? Related to health. If the person is not getting medical facilities, then also it is going to increase the infection. Second, related to public health services, cleanliness of the environment is also included in that. Supply of clean water is also included in that. Medical facilities are included. So when it is poor, for example, in a particular village, a child is not getting good treatment, not getting good food, then what is going to happen? He is not living in a clean environment and he is living in an unhygienic environment. Then what will happen? It is going to increase the infection. Okay, so these are the three levels. Understood, everyone? These are the three levels of diseases or causes of diseases. Now, next we will discuss chronic and acute diseases. Types of disease. We will discuss types of diseases based on the basis of duration. Okay. Types of diseases on the basis of duration. One is what? Acute. Second one is chronic. In the form of difference we will discuss now. Acute is what? There are some diseases which are present in the body for a short period of time. That type of diseases are called acute diseases. Whereas the diseases which are present in a person's body for a long duration, that is called the chronic diseases. Okay, acute diseases and chronic diseases. Now, under acute diseases, let us see. First point, diseases last for a short duration of time. Duration of time in the body. Here. Diseases last for a long duration. In the body. Okay. the body. This is lasts for a long duration of time you add in the body. Second point, in acute diseases, the health, what is the effect on the health? The effect on the health is for a short time, as it is remaining for a short period of time. So the effect on the health is for a short time. It affects health for a short period of time. Here, it affects health for a long period of time. You can write long period of time. Okay, then what it does, due to the presence of the acute diseases, a person will not lose weight because after few days he is recovering. So there is no loss of weight, or if or you can say he is not tired. Okay, so there is no loss of weight here. There is loss of weight. And a person feels tired. A person here do not feel tired. Do not feel tired. Here loss of weight and person feels tired. Okay. Fourth point, in acute diseases there is a loss of work and efficiency. Is there any loss of work and efficiency? It is less. Whereas in case of chronic disease, if you suffer for a long time with disease, then will you be able to work? So in case of chronic diseases, there is loss of work and efficiency. Person loses his efficiency. A person loses his work also. He is unable to work. If you suffer from a long time with the disease, can you work? He cannot work. So here there is loss of work and efficiency. Okay. Number 4, there is loss of work and efficiency for a long time. There is less work and efficiency. There is less loss of work and efficiency. Okay, because they recover within a short period of time. Can you give example? Example of acute diseases? For example, common cold. Okay, common cold, diarrhea. Okay, cholera. After some time they recover. Dysentery. Chronic diseases here, example, tuberculosis. Yes, tuberculosis and elephantiasis. Other than this, diabetes also, if a person suffers from long term, it doesn't cure. Long term person has to suffer. Okay. Completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.